And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. It's great to be with you on a Monday afternoon as we get set for this broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Milwaukee Bucks going up against the Atlanta Hawks. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. They've got Young, Matthews out there with Johnson. Then it's Clint Capella, and it's Man in at the 2 spot. And for Milwaukee, Lopez is the pivot with Giannis to his side. Damian Lillard out there with Gary Trent, and it's Prince in at the small forward. Well, we know both these teams, Greg, are loaded on offense. You've been on some high-octane offenses yourself, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, my college team was stacked from an offensive standpoint and incredibly fun to play on a team like that. Cannot, though, forget about the defense.
Now, here is Young. Outside Matthews. Back to Young. 5 to shoot. Outside Matthews. And the 3 ball is good.
So hard to challenge these shots. I mean, especially against the better shooters.
Giannis passes to Trent. Trent's outside. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Coming into the league, scouts predicted Prince would be a solid 3-and-D specialist, and they were spot on.
Young looking it over. From 11 feet away, and he nails the jumper.
Right there, you see it. Young's ability to operate out of that pick and roll, very advanced for a player.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Hawks lead by 2. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Bucks. This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. Daniels out there with Bones Highland. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Larry Nance. And it's Okongwu in at the center position.
You know, Dame loves to test the defense like that, runs up against it, and then outworks them.
Milwaukee's shooting their first free throws of this game. Throw good, Damian Lillard.
And I like the work Lillard's put into his defense the past few seasons. He may not be a stopper, but he's improved immensely at that end of the floor.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Absolute heartbreak, Clark, for the Bucks last year in the postseason.
You're right, Kevin. It was a shocker to see the Bucks go down in the first round as the 1 seed. And Miami really handled them, too. Knocked them out of there in 5 games. The Heat played with a lot of energy, got contributions from a lot of different players, and key defensive stops with a balanced attack did Milwaukee in. You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Okongwu trying to break free, and that one's good. Daniels.
Just good, aggressive drive from him that time. Found a hole in the D and went straight to the rim.
Lillard looking around. uses the glass to finish the lane.
And there's an edge to Lillard's game. He's fearless, and you can see it when he's finishing in traffic.
And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Joined by Doc Rivers. Coach, what did you think of the effort in the first half?
Well, the effort's fine, I guess. Defensively, we got to be better, so that's part of the effort. But they're just scoring too easy. They're throwing us around. They are so much more the physical team right now, so we got to pick up our physicality.
I'm sure that will be discussed thoroughly before the next half. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Zach is here. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. Some good moments from both teams.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Lopez is the pivot with Giannis to his side. Gary Trent is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. And the basket by Lillard.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Here's Mann. Pass to Young. Shoots over Lillard. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Here's the teardrop. Rebounded by the Hawks.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
And we continue to see Young take on more responsibility, welcoming the challenge to go to the line.
It's his first trip to the line. First free throw is good.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. Young's teammates love to see him at the stripe.
And so Young nails them both.
This is what makes him special, his ability to come through in these spots.
Highland against Lillard. Puts up a 3. He can't hit that time. Tie game in Milwaukee. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter.
9. The Hawks. 9. Let's go.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. We've got Matthews. Okongwu is out there with George Niang. And it's Young, and it's Mann in at the shooting guard position. Young pass to Mann. Shot clock at 5. Kuzma pulls it in. And so it's Milwaukee with it. Now the pass to Lillard. Kicks it out to Prince. Bullseye!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Now a timeout called by Atlanta. They're behind by 3. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the fourth. present our New Balance Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
They scored over half of his team's points, so yeah, it was a pretty obvious pick. The defense has tried to slow him down, but nothing has really worked. He's absolutely owned them tonight. You know, this is the kind of dominant performance that's, I think, going to be talked about for a while.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Quinn Snyder said to his team. He begged his players to keep it simple out there. Told them one possession at a time. Don't look at the scoreboard. What's most important is running our plays and being aggressive defensively. We'll see if they can follow that game plan. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Good. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
2 shots.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And the second of 2 is good. That will put them up by 2. Atlanta calls timeout. They're down by 2. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. .12 seconds left in the game. And they're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
High stakes moment, but Dame is a high percentage free throw shooter. He knows he's got this.
And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
Good composure from the line there. Those shots sealed it.
Young for 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. Now here's Lillard. So a close game sees Milwaukee taking this one. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it mattered the most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like